Thomas with Alpha Concepts here, and I want to talk to you briefly about the importance of firearm safety. Obviously, it's important that we handle the firearm safe so that we're not a danger to ourselves or others. And it's really easy to get bogged down in 100 different safety rules. What do they mean ultimately? Well, what are they? So it has been universally adopted that the 4 firearm safety rules that we're going to discuss. What I want you to really understand is, though, think about safety more as like a mindset. You know, because that then becomes all-encompassing. Is what I am doing with this firearm here and now, is what I am doing going to be a danger to myself or others? Does this seem unsafe? And really approaching it like a mindset. But when we do talk about the 4 universal firearm safety rules, we're talking about treat all guns as if they're always loaded. Okay? I often say all guns are always loaded. Again, it's a mindset thing. That doesn't mean all guns are always loaded. I also advocate people to leave your firearms unloaded when not in use. That hunting rifle that you use once a year, one day a year, should be unloaded when it's sitting in your safe for storage. If you are out and about and there's other people at your house, your home defense gun probably should be unloaded. But we always want to treat the firearm as if it is loaded. The most dangerous gun is an unloaded gun. And what I mean is, famous last words were, bang, I didn't realize that it was loaded. I didn't know it was loaded. So we want to always treat it as if it is loaded. Never point the firearm anything you are not willing to destroy. I don't want to destroy my hand, I don't want to destroy my foot, therefore I'm not going to point this firearm at my hand or my foot. Yet we have countless videos up on our YouTube channel of people shooting themselves in the hand and so on and so forth. In 2016, a father in Indiana was cleaning his firearm and shot his 9-year-old daughter in the head. If you don't point the gun at anything you're not willing to destroy, even if the gun were to go off, it's not going to harm someone or something. Again, so keep that muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Never point it at anything that you are not willing to destroy. Keep your finger off the trigger. That's pretty straightforward. The finger is the interface with the firearm. The finger is the boom switch. If you keep your finger off the trigger, the gun cannot go bang. All modern firearms have internal safeties. If you drop it, it's not going to go off. You know, if you keep your finger off the trigger, the gun cannot go bang. So you keep your finger off the trigger until you've decided that now, immediately now, is the time to shoot. Placing your finger onto the trigger is the first step for that first trigger press. And when you're done shooting, your finger goes straight up on that side of the firearm and off of the trigger. So keep your finger off the trigger until you've decided now is the time to shoot. And then always be sure of your target and what's beyond. In a hunting situation, this might simply be make sure there's no house behind that deer that you're willing to shoot. In a self-defense situation, it might be a little bit different. You know, the attacker coming at you, you might be justified in shooting, but little Susie Skip Rope is behind him, and if you shoot her, that's going to be a bad day for her for sure, but for you as well, as you're dealing with the legal ramifications of that miss. So you always have to be aware of your target and what's beyond. And going back to the example of little Susie Skip Rope, if you've got to change your angles to get the shot or allow that attacker to get closer, or whatever the situation dictates, that's what you have to do. Also, while on the range, I've seen some really stupid stuff on the range. I've seen people actually go forward of the booths while shooting to get something like a magazine or something that they dropped. So that's a big no-no, but you can only control yourself. You can't control other people, and you've really got to keep your head on a swivel when you're on a range and see what people around you are doing. Sometimes you'll see some scary stuff. So always be aware of your target and what's beyond. But just to summarize again, I want you to really think about it as a mindset. Safety is a mindset. Is what I'm doing right now safe or unsafe? Is what I'm doing right now causing danger to myself or anyone else? That really is what it comes down to when we talk about firearm safety. So as always, guys, be armed, be trained, and be alpha. And of course, be safe with your firearms.